Graduating college felt like stepping off a cliff. Student loans hung over my head like a bad joke. My part-time barista gig barely covered rent, let alone ramen. I was officially an adult swimming in debt with a useless philosophy degree. Something had to change. Scrolling through YouTube one night, I stumbled upon a video about cryptocurrency. At first it sounded like gibberish. Digital money, blockchain, what was this sorcery? But the more I watched, the more intrigued I became. People were making serious money, some even striking it rich overnight. Could this be my ticket out of debt? I dove deeper, spending hours researching everything from Bitcoin to Ethereum. The technology was fascinating, but the potential profits were what really hooked me. I was particularly drawn to meme coins, cryptocurrencies inspired by internet memes. They seemed volatile, unpredictable, and potentially very, very lucrative. This wasn't just about getting rich quick though, this was about taking control of my future. Could a broke college grad actually make something of himself in this crazy crypto world? I was determined to find out. Meme coins were everywhere. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, names that sounded more like inside jokes than serious investments. But these weren't just jokes, they were making people millionaires. The internet was filled with stories of ordinary people becoming overnight sensations, all thanks to these digital pups and their crazy price swings. I had $1,500 to my name, my entire life savings. It wasn't much, but in the world of crypto, it felt like enough to get started. But with so many meme coins popping up every day, how could I possibly choose the right one? It was like trying to pick the winning lottery ticket. Every fiber of my being screamed, "Danger, scam!" But another part of me, the part desperate for a win, whispered, "What if this is it?" I knew I couldn't just blindly throw money at the next trending meme. I needed a plan, a strategy to separate the future flops from the potential moonshots. I spent weeks researching, devouring every piece of information I could find about meme coins. YouTube tutorials, Reddit forums, even Telegram groups buzzing with crypto enthusiasts. It was overwhelming, but I was determined to learn the language of this new world. I quickly realized that investing in meme coins wasn't just about picking the funniest dog picture. It was about understanding the community behind the coin, the developers, the roadmap, and most importantly, the potential for real-world adoption. I learned to spot red flags like anonymous developers, shady websites, and promises of guaranteed returns. Instead of chasing hype, I looked for projects with active communities, clear goals, and a touch of innovation. I paid attention to the technology behind the coin, the use cases, and the overall market sentiment. It was still a gamble, but with each passing day, I felt my knowledge grow, replacing blind optimism with calculated risk. After weeks of research, I finally found it. A new meme coin built on the Ethereum blockchain with a quirky mascot and a dedicated community. It wasn't just about the memes though. The project had a real-world use case, aiming to revolutionize online content creation. It sounded crazy, ambitious, and exactly the kind of gamble I was willing to take. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, I invested my entire $1,500. The moment I hit the buy button, my heart skipped a beat. This was it. I was officially a crypto investor. Now all I had to do was wait, watch, and hope for the best. The first few days were agonizing. The price fluctuated wildly, swinging up and down like a roller coaster. I constantly checked the charts, my stomach churning with every dip. Was I a genius? Or had I just made the biggest mistake of my life? Riding the crypto roller coaster from doubts to dollars, then, something amazing happened. The coin started to gain traction. People on Twitter, Twitter, were talking about it. Articles started popping up online. My initial investment had doubled, then tripled in value. My $1,500 was now worth over $5,000. I honestly couldn't believe my eyes. This was insane. I wanted to cash out, to lock in my profits before they vanished into thin air. But then, a little voice in my head, it urged me to hold on. It told me this was just the beginning. The next few weeks, They were a blur of sleepless nights and adrenaline rushes. The coin continued to climb, reaching heights I never thought possible. My portfolio swelled, crossing the $10,000 mark, then $20,000. I was officially up over 1,000% on my initial investment. I mean, I had never seen so many zeros in my bank account before. But with every exhilarating high came the inevitable crash. The market is a fickle beast, and crypto is known for its volatility. I watched in horror as my portfolio shrunk by half overnight, then bounced back up, only to plummet again. The emotional roller coaster was, well, exhausting. I learned the hard way about the importance of setting stop-loss orders, a way to automatically sell your holdings at a predetermined price, limiting your losses. I also discovered the power of hodling, the crypto slang for holding on to your investments for the long term, even during dips. It was a delicate dance between greed and fear, between chasing profits and protecting my gains. I had to constantly remind myself of my initial investment strategy, to focus on the long-term potential of the project and not get swayed by every market fluctuation. As my confidence grew, so did my appetite for risk. I started diversifying my portfolio, investing in other promising meme coins, and even venturing into more established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I was playing the crypto game and winning. I reinvested my profits using my newfound knowledge to identify undervalued projects with high growth potential. I even started following crypto influencers, attending online seminars, and connecting with other investors. I was no longer a lone wolf in the crypto wilderness. I was part of a community, a global network united by a shared belief in the transformative power of blockchain technology. By the third month, my initial $1,500 investment had ballooned to over $100,000. It felt surreal, like a dream come true. I had achieved the impossible, turning a desperate gamble into a life-changing sum of money. But the journey had taught me something far more valuable than just financial gain. The crypto world had tested me, pushed me to my limits, and ultimately rewarded me beyond my wildest dreams. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I had made mistakes, lost sleep, and experienced the gut-wrenching feeling of watching my portfolio shrink before my eyes. I had also learned invaluable lessons about risk management, emotional discipline, and the importance of thorough research. I realized that investing in crypto wasn't just about making money. It was about understanding a revolutionary technology, believing in its potential, and navigating the unpredictable waters of a decentralized financial system. My journey to $100,000 might sound like a get-rich-quick story, but it was anything but. It was the result of countless hours of research, sleepless nights, and the willingness to take calculated risks. It was about embracing the volatility, learning from my mistakes, and never losing sight of my long-term goals. If you're thinking about diving into the world of crypto, remember this: it's a marathon, not a sprint. Do your research, start small, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The crypto market is a wild ride, but with the right mindset and a healthy dose of caution, it can be an incredibly rewarding one. So, what are you waiting for? The future of finance is here, and it's waiting for you to be a part of it.